Hello and welcome to My Life on Paper. I'm Brianna. Welcome back to Series 14 of Christy's Beautiful Life in her 30 Days of Sketches. Today is day 5. It is by Crystal Barrett of Pineapple Papers, and I love this sketch. I went into, well, first I picked the pictures, and then well, let me tell you about the picture. So, my friend Chris, who is in the picture, and I started a health ministry at church. It is called Looking Up, because instead of looking at your feet and not noticing the beautiful rainbows and beautiful things in the sky, look up. It's kind of an uplifting type thing. So, I made with my Cricut, I made the emblem on the t-shirt and I picked the purple shirt. So this beautiful purple paper and embellishments. So this is 49 Market Art Options Viking Charming. When I just look at the branding strip and it's very fun. I got to put that aside for another layout. So that's how I started off. And then I pulled all my various 49 Market embellishments and I was looking for like basically purple and green. Eucalyptus is another bunch of embellishments that I have. So that's where I got the doily from on the left. This was super fun to put together and it came together rather quickly. I'm looking for my title right now. The title I ended up with is Today, and it tucks right in there very nice. There isn't a lot of embellishing that needs to be done, especially with this background that I have, the pretty wreath. But I go through these embellishments looking for kind of the elements that she has in her sketch. So I'm looking for those two I don't know, I use wordy bits on there, but those two, you could use washi tape, you could do different things, but these were perfect for that. And I end up with Focus on the Good in purple and Right Now in green. And then I know I don't want to do two tags, and I've got the doily, but I want something else to go with that doily. So that's the next thing I'll go on in search of. I do trim this down just in case I'm going to use that. And then I'm all the way along, I'm pulling out all these like purple and green things. I find the viewfinder. I really like how that looks. It gives it a little bit of purple with the eucalyptus there. And so I'm just going to hold this and then trim it off because I know I can use that later or on a different layout. And right away I'll take my ATG and adhere those down together. The next thing I do is to kind of get the placement right then. I want to glue the photos down. I'm going to get the doily down, and I keep referring to the sketch, and mine is going to look a little bit different. You saw me cut my 4x6 down to 3x4s. Of course, my wreath is smaller than the one in the sketch. So the 3x4 pictures work perfectly, and it worked well to cut them down. There was a lot of area on the photos that did not need to be there, and so that they can get trimmed down. I didn't like the way that looked. I didn't want to cover any of the florals. I didn't want to cover them up, but yet I didn't like the way that viewfinder just kind of sat there. So I move it all over to the left, and I like that a lot better. And then you can see that floral arrangement in the church. I don't know, that's not very important, but it looked weird to kind of cover it up too. There goes my title, and I just used the ATG adhesive on the back of the chipboard title. And then I'll get those two wordy bits down and then work on the rest of it. And again, there's not a lot of pieces to this sketch. It can be rather simple. But I'll keep looking for I don't know, what am I missing? What are the pieces I need? And it's got that big floral cluster on the right bottom. And again, I have florals all over the place, but I kept thinking, ooh, what about a place to journal? So I found the tag, and it's got a little bit of black on it, and there's not much black going on in the rest of the layout. So I find that it's almost like it's a frame, and I'm going to use that to layer onto the tag. but I'm going to keep looking for things that I can layer on top. And I do this with all of my layouts. I spend a lot of time on this, and this one did not take me long. It took me 20 minutes for the whole layout. But I'm always looking for that one piece that I don't want to find after it's all done and think, oh, I wish I would have found that before. A lot of my 49 Market are color coordinated. I've got a baggie of green stuff. I got a baggie of blue stuff. I don't think I have a baggie of purple stuff, but I will now. And that's what I'm pulling out. I won't use those rub-ons. There's just too much going on in this layout to use a rub-on. Although, now being said, you could really use a rub-on. It would still work on this page. So here I'm going back to the journaling tag here, and I've got the frame, and then pretty soon I'm going to find a couple other things that kind of fall into place. Oh, here we go. So that butterfly with a little bit of blue and green, and it's got a little bit of purple on the top, I had to use that. It just went with all the colors so well. So I layer those three things together. I cover up the black part of the tag because I don't have any other black going on in the layout. And then I got some adhesive on the white part. I'm going to journal on the white part, so I was just rubbing that off. It comes off really easy. I find two little, they look like heart buttons, which I think is perfect for this and just adds a little bit more to this journaling box here. And then what do I do next? I'm still looking for stuff. Oh, here's something. There was a punched out part that's really something that you could throw away, but I like the way this framed this little tag. I know I'm not using this tag on this layout, but I had to glue it down to that other piece because it just was so perfect. I end up grabbing that viewfinder and using it on the journaling spot, and I love the way that I used both pieces now on one layout. So I've got like the blue and the green and the purple all in that journaling box area there, and then I've got the viewfinder up going up the page, and to me it's starting to look like a diagonal design. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of. How can I get something up into that left cluster? Well, as Janet Madison says, look to see what you've done before. How does she say that? If you don't know what to do, see what you've been, what you did before. So I have those butterflies on that little tag there, and there's butterflies in this eucalyptus collection. So I pull out some butterflies, and that helps create my diagonal flow all the way up to the left corner. I do put a butterfly in the right, along with that tag for the journaling spot. This gave me a hard time. I didn't want to take everything out of that package. I should have. It would have gotten me farther ahead. But I pick out some butterflies and then decide I need other ones, so I put stuff away and I take some more stuff out. And this part of the layout probably took me the longest of the whole layout, these butterflies, picking out these butterflies and getting them in the right spot. So I'm gluing down the journaling spot. I just love that. It's another round element there. And then I'll get the butterflies down. Oh, I didn't put the one by the journaling spot yet. Oh, here, that's what I'm going to do next. I had a kind of a hard time there. At first I was going to cover up Chris's legs, and that looked weird, so it moves down a little bit. And then I move this stuff out of the way because I have a hard time just conceptualizing the whole thing because I want to say clutter, but there's too much laying out on my space, and it was just throwing me off. So, nope, yep, don't cover up her legs. Put it down further. And then I'll work. Oh, I adjusted my lights because it looked like it was getting too dark. And then I'm just going to go make sure I have the butterflies for that left upper cluster. Oh, hey, this is a little piece I found when I was going through things. It says, "You are my rainbow," and the symbol for our Looking Up Health Ministry is a rainbow. So that had to go on there. So I look at a couple different spots, but it ends up down with the journaling. So I'm going to journal about the rainbow. I didn't give myself very much room for journaling, did I? I have journaled, I have documented this before, so it is in my scrapbook already, but because I took these pictures of Chris, she was talking about a presentation that was coming up, I thought I would note that again, document it again in my albums. So here go my butterflies, and again, I don't know what was wrong. Oh, I think because if you see that one butterfly up on the left corner that I've already glued down, that other one, that big one, is the same one, and I didn't want the same butterfly up there, so that's why. There. Now I've got 3 up in the corner, 1 nestled next to the picture. That makes me happy. I must be getting to the end of the video now because I will glue these down. So I want to say, check down below for everyone that's playing along on the playlist for 30 Days of Sketches. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me through the end, and please come back and see me again soon.